Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Behind me, 2016 Nissan Altima. Going to be changing the front brake pads and rotors. Get started. First thing you want to do is jack the vehicle up, put it on jack stands, we'll pull our tire off. Have the wheel turned all the way to one side to give us better access to our bolts. First thing I like to do is take a flat screwdriver, put it in this window. We're gonna grab a hold of that rotor. So just find a good spot for it. We're gonna pull in our direction. And what that's gonna do is push in our caliper piston. Just keep pulling, just like that, till it bottoms out all the way. That also helps us check our slide pins. So our slide pins are working, our pistons push back in ahead of time so we don't have to do that step later. Now we'll pull off our caliper, two 14mm bolts. We're gonna hold on to it while we take the top one off. We're gonna get a caliper hanger or some wire. We're just gonna put it in this slot, hang it on our strut, just so it's nice and out of the way. Next we can pull our pads out. Just with that same screwdriver, we'll just push them out. Take our hardware off, pop those out. Now we'll pull out our slide pin. So we'll separate the pin from the boot. There, just like that, comes out. We'll wipe all this old caliper grease off. And we're gonna apply new caliper grease. It's important that this grease is for calipers. Just put this on just a little, get that back in. I like to twist it as it goes in. Do that with the bottom, just pull it out. Now this has a little rubber piece. Wanna make sure that rubber piece is intact. We'll just do the same thing. Apply a little bit of this caliper grease. Slide it in, give it a twist. Perfect. Our bracket bolts are a 22mm. Hold on to it. We'll just set this aside. Now let's get our rotor off. These rotors usually come off pretty easy with just a mallet. We'll hit on the rim here, that vibration will break it loose. Slide it off. Now we want to clean off our hub surface. So we'll take a drill with a cleaning wheel and get it the best we can. I like having a fan off to the side to blow any of that dust away from me. There we go, it's looking pretty good. Now let's prep our new rotor. Our rotors have a protective coating on them for storage. So we want to take some brake clean and we'll spray that off. Because brake clean is a pretty powerful solvent, I like doing this in a well-ventilated area. We'll spray it down, take a clean rag, and we'll wipe it off. We'll do that to the other side. Just get it the best you can, doesn't have to be perfect. All right, that's it. Let's go install it. Just lay this back on. And I like using an old lug nut. We'll put that on, kind of locks it in place so the rotor doesn't move on us. We got one more thing to do to our bracket before installing it. So now we want to install our new hardware onto our bracket. It only goes on one way, it's shaped to fit. So we'll just press that in, push it down till it seats all the way. And what I like doing is using a screwdriver just to push all the way, just to make sure it's bottomed out completely. Then we also want to make sure that this right here is just locked into place. That's it. We'll do that to the other side. Just push it in, and double check. There, perfect. Let's install it. Put this on, get our bolts started. Get this upper one started. Just suck it down. My manual says these are torqued to 107 foot-pounds. Now we can put our pads on. If you have arrows on your pad, we want those facing down. So this one goes to the outside, and we just put it in. There's a little wear indicator on top. We want to make sure that goes under our hardware. There we go. And then it slides right on, just like that. Let me show you that from a different angle. So right here is our wear indicator. We can push down with our finger, or we could put that in the upward direction first. Want to put it kind of at an angle, because we also have this that needs to get pushed in, and that's what kind of locks things in place. We got one on the top and one on the bottom. So starting at an angle can help there, just like that. And then the bottom can slide in like that. And then this little piece goes to the outside, but our wear indicator is on the inside. Hopefully that makes sense. We'll do the same thing to the inside pad. I like doing the outside pad first so you can kind of see what needs to take place for the inside. So we'll just put this on. There we go. In the bottom. Perfect. Then we can put on our caliper. If we use the screwdriver to push it in from the beginning, it should just slide right on. If you weren't able to do that step, then we'll need a caliper piston tool to push in that piston. There's lots of tools available for that. If you need, I'll have a link in the description. Put our bolts on, get those started, and just snug them down. And these are torqued to 20 foot-pounds. If you're using a big torque wrench like I am, it won't make a really loud click. So just listen to it. There we go. Perfect. And that is it. We'll throw our tire on, lower the vehicle. We'll get inside, we'll push on the brake pedal a few times until they get firm. That'll push our caliper piston back out, and we'll do the same thing to the other side. Good job. All right, there you go. That's how you can place your front brake pads and rotors on your Altima. Oh no, not too bad. Nissan makes it pretty nice. The very next thing we want to do is take it on a good break-in test drive. And how we do that is we bring the vehicle up to about 30, 35 miles an hour, and then we come to a nice solid stop. And we don't want to lock the brakes, we do want to feel a nice good stop. Then we'll do it again, bring it up 35, 40 miles an hour, come to a nice solid stop. Do that about 4 or 5 times, then your new brakes are ready to go. Thanks for watching. I'll have links in the description for all the parts and tools used. If you have any questions, comments, post down below. See you on the next one.